What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is Buchanan Motorsports. Today, we're on the Sierra again, and as you can see, we're prepped and ready to go for the LS swap. She's up on stands, got her all cleaned up in the engine bay, everything ready to go. Follow along, guys. This is fixing to get exciting. All right, we're in the shop, aka the garage, because we don't have a big shop, unfortunately. Behind me, we got the engine off the stand. We got the transmission right there, getting ready to be mated up to the flex plate. Getting the oil, the transmission fluid in the converter. We're going to get that put in the transmission real quick, get them both mated up, and see if we can stab this engine in its new home. All right, guys, we got the LS off the stand. We're getting ready to take the torque converter, get it full of fluid, get it put in the transmission, and then we're going to get these two mated up, get ready to go in the truck. Everything's looking pretty good. I think we're at a pretty good spot in here that we can put it in. And going back together is the best part of this whole phase. So this is the exciting stuff. So hopefully y'all are enjoying all this. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. All right, this is one of those things that's going to take a little bit of time, guys. You want to put at least 1 to 2 quarts of fluid in there. As you can see, it kind of pours in, kind of bubbles, does a little thing. Actually, the more full it gets, the slower it kind of goes. But you definitely don't want to put the torque converter in dry. It will it'd be a real bad day, especially for an expensive converter. This is Circle D, 78 millimeter single series, 3000 to 3200 stall. So we want to make sure we take care of it. We don't prematurely wear it out. So we're just going to take our time here and get the fluid in it so we can get it mated up to the transmission. All right, guys, we got the converter put in. What we did, we brought it over here with the fluid already in it. Had it, and then kind of tipped it up all in one motion and went onto the shaft, the input shaft. From there, what we did was just rotated this around, and you'll feel it click in. It'll go in a little bit further. You keep rotating it around. It may take several revolutions there, and then eventually you'll feel it click in another time, and then like I say, just kind of work it around back and forth. Make sure it's seated all the way. If it doesn't want to move around anymore, it doesn't keep going in, it's seated all the way, we're good to go. So what we're fixing to do, we're fixing to get this transmission mated to the engine and get ready to go in the old Sierra out there. Hopefully for the, I'll say final time, or at least until this transmission gives up. Probably won't live a very long life coming from the V6 and then putting a V8 in front of it. They tend to have a shorter lifespan when you do that, but we'll go back with a better one when we get that opportunity. So for now, this is what we're going to work with, and ready to get this thing fired up. All right, guys, and just like that, super excited. We're in. we got some more work to do. We're getting the cross members back in it. The one directly under or directly forward of the oil pan, and the one that goes in the transmission. We're gonna get those put in. We got the you see the new the new engine mounts right there. We got those in and torqued down. We gotta get the starter in place down there. You see the new transmission line right there. That transmission line is gonna be for the new auxiliary cooler we're putting in. Let me see if I can back out right here. So the auxiliary cooler we're putting in, it's this line right here. So this is your return line. It's the top transmission line in the back. You can see it going back in there. It goes way back in there. Anyway, it's the top one. So your feed one comes into your out of your transmission, comes into the bottom of your radiator. Okay, and then so from there it goes through your radiator, out the upper portion of the radiator. From there, we've got another new line that's going to snake down, going to come around under here, and it's going to pop up down in here. It's going to pop up like this one does right here. See, this one kind of pops up like that. We'll kind of go in more depth of this here whenever we get to that point, but it pops up right there. So you're going to have another one, a new line that comes from the bottom of the top of the radiator, comes out and comes up underneath, and that's where we're going to tie in our new auxiliary cooler once we get all the condenser and radiator and all the support bracketry and all that stuff back in. So anyway, that's when again, this is a little bit above and beyond. You didn't have to do this. You could probably just literally cut some of your old lines, ran some rubber hose, and gone about it that way. But that line was, I think I spent $70 on both factory lines that I needed. Everything comes with what you need, especially if you're going to put just a stock auxiliary cooler on it. You weren't going to do the 40K True Cool. We're going to do that one, so we are going to have to modify some of these lines a little bit, but it gets us routed in the right spot. Makes it a little bit easier for us. We got some fabrication to do when it comes to that, but man, we're looking good. We're home. Getting excited right now. So I'm ready to hear this thing fire up. But we still got a pretty good ways to go before we get there. But little victories is what we're looking at right now. So the one thing we do still got to do is we got the converter in there, but we did not get the converter bolts in it yet. We're gonna get down there. We'll get it spun around, I guess, till we find a bolt hole. Get the converter lined up. Make sure we measure it, that our gap's good. We'll get it locked down, and we'll put our converter bolts in there. And transmission, minus the running all the wires. We still got all the wires to put in, but or I guess start routing. Minus all that, we'll be ready to torque all that down and getting one step closer to firing this thing up, guys. All right, guys, we're under the truck. What we're trying to do here is get the flex plate torqued in and bolted up with the 3 15mm bolts to the torque converter. This is going to be where your starter is going to bolt in right there and to engage the flex plate. Just for a couple references, right up here you got your crank position sensor. These are going to be your starter wires. Anyway, so we're going to get those locked down. Again, we're putting a Circle D in here. Looked at the torque specs. It says for this particular one, we're going to be using a 50 foot-pound torque spec. So that's what we're fixing to lock these down into. We'll get the starter installed. We'll get the oil dipstick installed. Moving on to the headers here shortly. And I believe we also got to do the transmission dipstick. So moving right along. All right, guys, so it looks like we're moving along here. We got the transmission cross member in temporarily. We'll have to pull that back out when we go together with the exhaust, the Y pipe. But we're going to go ahead and put the drive shaft in. We got it kind of sitting here pre-staged. Should be pretty easy. I believe those are maybe 11 millimeters on the yoke down there. And we'll slip this part in, get that knocked out. While we run to here, after we did the torque converter, we went ahead and put a new seal on the dipstick for the transmission. Sorry about the up close and personal there, but we got a new dipstick put in the transmission there. Got that taken care of. While we're down here, we'll go ahead and get the starter put in, get the 8mm for the trigger wire, and then I believe this is either a 10 or a 12mm for the power to it, and then we'll get the 2 starter bolts put in. Then that'll be wrapping up a lot of the stuff down here before we got to go together with the exhaust. But looking good so far. We're moving along. All right, guys, the starter's in. It's gonna be two 13 millimeters right here and here. And again, your two electrical connections, one being a 13, one being an 8 millimeter. That's all bolted up. We're gonna start snaking these O2 sensor wires down this passenger side past the little header there, and get it towards the frame rail down here so we can put our Y pipe in. We'll have the stuff ready for the O2 sensors. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it probably for this video. Another successful day, a lot of work put in, a lot of hard work. We're filthy again, as you can probably tell, sweaty, nasty, but the reward is worth it all. She's almost there. We got majority of it put together. Still got to take care of the fuse box, get all that stuff, but get the fuel back there connected, get everything, get the Y pipe in. All the O2 sensors. Went ahead today and got the bung welded in for the wideband on the Y pipe. So we're heading in the right direction there. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys are getting some good stuff out of all this, because trying to, like I said, maybe not necessarily a how-to, but kind of like what we did, tips and tricks, stuff to help you out in case you're doing this, because I'm assuming that if you're watching one of these, you're probably getting ready to do one yourself. So hopefully there's some stuff in here that you can take over to your swap and make it a little bit less painful for you. So we appreciate you guys watching. If you're watching this and you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for us. We're going to have all kinds of stuff coming along. This ain't the only thing. This is just getting the V8 swapped in here. At some point we'll be doing full exhaust. We'll be, man, maybe even a boosted application at some point. Maybe we'll put a 6.0, start working on one of them. But for now, this is what we're going to do. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next video.